Hello. Today I want to do a video about something that, surprise, surprise, is really common in recovery, and that is focusing on, well, the difference between volume and satisfaction. And I'll explain what I mean by this. If you're listening to this video and you can relate to this in any way, really listen up. So if you are someone, when you're preparing a meal and you're trying to make it stretch and make it look as big as possible and trying to add kind of fillers and things that are going to make you think that it's going to satisfy you more. An example here would be a giant salad bowl, right? An example would be like lots and lots of vegetables and fruits and diet yogurts and low fats, this and that, and trying to like really make your meal as low calorie with as much food as you can get in. If you're guilty of that, you got to stop. The reason behind that is likely because you're really hungry, but you're afraid of eating what it is that you really want. Or you're afraid that the eating experience is going to be too short if you just eat something that's really calorically dense and really rich and satisfying. So when you enter recovery, you've got to ditch all of these high volume foods that really have no room in recovery for many reasons. One being that it takes up way too much room in your stomach. 2, it doesn't satisfy you at all. And 3, it doesn't rewire anything. Okay, so those are some really solid reasons why you've got to stop with this mentality when you're preparing food that you want it to be high volume. So instead, you want to start focusing on, when you're creating a meal, how can I make this super satisfying, right? You can eat something that's this big and is way more satisfying than something this big. But the reason that you're not is because you know that this thing that is this big isn't going to quite satisfy your full hunger because it's small, right? But it will taste good. And so what do you need to do? You need to eat a lot of these things, like lots and lots of these smaller, really satisfying things until you get to a place where you're full and satisfied. Instead of this giant thing here that's just full of fluff and air, and you eat that and then you feel like full in your stomach maybe, or just maybe not hungry anymore, but you're not satisfied at all. You're just kind of aggravated and annoyed and just can't stop thinking about food. And so it's just so incredibly important that you recognize, one, why you're doing it. You're doing it because you're afraid to eat more food overall, calorically ingesting more food into your body. So you're getting creative and you're trying to come up with ways as to how you can make the eating experience more enjoyable and last longer. And by doing that, you're sacrificing your ability to truly enjoy food, to truly enjoy the foods that you're eating and feel that satisfaction factor. And you're listening going, but if I do that, I'll feel satisfied but not full. And my answer to that is exactly, that's why I said you eat many of those very highly rich, satisfying foods. So when you get out of an energy deficit and you're no longer in a scarcity mindset, you're not going to have this worry that a meal only takes you 5 minutes to eat. Because if you really still wanted to eat after that meal and after 5 minutes of eating, then you could then eat more. You don't have rules about that. And so if you find yourself relating to this in any way, check yourself and really commit to eating meals that are really satiating and really flavorful, and load on the butter and smother the peanut butter and eat big chunks of chocolate and really go for exactly what you want. I can't reiterate enough how incredibly that important that is, that you're just going straight for, like, eye on the prize, straight for what it is you want. No more playing games with all these elaborate dishes and meals that are, colorful and beautifully balanced and all that volume. It's not doing you any good in your recovery. Okay? Hope this helps. Bye.